Once upon a time, a sweet girl lived in a small village. One day, her mother sewed a red cloak for her. This little girl loved her red cloak and wore it all the time. That's why everyone started calling her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother called the little girl. "My beautiful daughter, your grandmother is a little sick. I made soup and cookies for her. Come on, get dressed and take these to her," she said. "Of course, Mum. I missed her so much anyway," said Little Red Riding Hood. "The only thing you should remember is not to deviate from the forest path. Don't talk to strangers either," her mother added. Little Red Riding Hood put on her red hood and attached the basket with food to her arm. She started walking, singing songs. As she entered the forest, a grumpy wolf jumped out from the bushes. "Where are you going, little girl?" "I'm going to my grandma's." "What's that in your hand?" "Soup and cookies. I'm taking them to my sick grandma at the end of the path." The wolf initially thought about gobbling up what was in the basket, and Little Red Riding Hood too. However, knowing that the woodsman was nearby, he hatched a cunning plan. Little Red Riding Hood, who loved nature very much, continued to stroll, picking flowers along the way and enjoying her time. Meanwhile, the wicked wolf, running, arrived at Grandma's house. He softened his voice and imitated the little girl. "Grandma, I've come," he said. "The door is open. Come in, my dear," Grandma called out. The wolf went inside, gobbled up Grandma in one bite, and quickly put on her clothes, settling into the bed. A little later, Little Red Riding Hood knocked on the door. The wolf asked. "Who is it?" "It's me, your granddaughter," said the little girl. "Come in, my dear," the wolf called out. Although the voice sounded strange to the little girl, she entered. When she saw the wolf, she asked, "I brought these foods for you, Grandma, but why are your eyes so big?" "To see you better," replied the wolf. "Okay, why are your arms so big?" "To hug you better," the wolf answered. "Why is your nose so big?" When the little girl asked, the wolf, getting out of bed, shouted, "To eat you better." The wolf, having eaten Little Red Riding Hood in one gulp, began to snore loudly once his stomach was full. The snoring sound echoed through the forest. At that moment, the woodsman, who was wandering around, heard the noise. He quickly approached the house and saw the open door. Upon entering, he saw the wolf asleep on the floor with a bulging belly. He immediately cut open the wolf's belly and took out Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. Little Red Riding Hood hugged her grandmother, and they shared the food brought by the girl.